Hello guys, welcome to Data Pandit channel. Today's we are going to discuss a few concepts related to EC2 instances like elastic IPs and the auto-scaling group. So quickly we can create one instance. Let's go to the instance and just quickly create one instance. Creating free tier first. I'm just selecting first. This only the free tier. Going next. Next, next, and finally launch. Asking for key pair, I'll just give the key pair, download key pair, AP key pair. Just giving some name, nothing else, and launching the instance. So this instance will be launched. Let's go to the EC2 dashboard. EC2 dashboard. Yeah, so nothing is running now. It's initialization stage. Okay, status is pending. Let's give this as a name on Linux server 01. Okay, so it's in running state, but it's not yet ready to use. Let's by the time it comes up, we will go and create one elastic IP. We'll ask elastic IP, just create it, allocate one. So elastic IP EP01. Okay, just I have named it EP01 elastic IP, or maybe put in TP elastic IP address EIP. So elastic IP is the which so the I mean the concern is whenever the EC2 instance, right? So let me just see if it is upon. Okay, it's not up just now. So whenever we, stop the instance and then reboot it, so this public IP, if you see this public address will change. Okay, each time whenever you do it. So that to fix that IP address for all the instances, for all the session for the particular for particular EC2 instance, we create elastic IP and we'll ask AWS to give some specific IP address so that it won't create again. Okay, and in the usefulness rate. So whenever outside people connect with this in Linux instance, so whenever if this is changing each time, so they have to change their interface every time. So to fix that issue, to fix this concern, so AWS provides the elastic IPs. Okay, so let me show you how it is changing. Okay, so it's in running stage, and I have just copied this IP address. Okay, and then what I will do is I just stop this instance. Stop. It will take a while to stop. I think it is stopped. It's very fast. It's stopping. Okay, it is stopping, and meanwhile, let me show first, because first it should be stopped. Otherwise, we can see things okay properly. Okay. So meanwhile, let's discuss the auto scaling group. Auto scaling group is let me okay. Auto scaling group. So what is autoscaling? Autoscaling group is helps to maintain the availability of your applications. Meaning, whenever our EC2 instance uh, or because of huge traffic, EC2 instance particular machine cannot respond the particular demand. So AWS or someone has to auto scale or provision the new EC2 instance so that the traffic can be handled you know on minimum latency. Okay, so to avail that, AWS provides the auto scaling group. So we have to define the rule how we are going to auto scale our resources to the AWS environment. So for that purpose, we create the auto scaling group. So to create the auto scaling group, we will need the one base template. Okay. Let me see. Okay, the instance is stopped now. So let's continue that thing. So let me start the instance again. It will take some time. Meanwhile, we can do is we can create the template, create launch template, give some template, auto scale, auto scale template. Okay, template version is one. I'm just creating it quickly. Okay, auto image. I'm just taking this one. So, an instance type. Let me check whichever is available. Okay, so do remember that like if you create the launch, if you launch any template, so while to launch the template there won't be any charges. Okay, whenever you start that, then only it will have charges. Okay, so I just give the same key pair, but you don't have to give, or you may create a new key pair. Okay, for the login process. Okay, or maybe I'll have custom. Cancel it. Let me. No, I'm just not specifying anything. Okay. Let's take the security group as default security group. Okay. Storage value is automatically coming. So I'm just creating launching the templates, nothing else. Okay. So I just launched one template. This is ready for use. Okay. Now just go to the where EC2 dashboard and see okay if it is running or not. So it came as running. So let me see the IP address. I have just copied older IP address. Let's go to the notepad. See, this IP address is different than earlier. Okay, now let me associate one. Let's go to the template. Let's go to the elastic IP whichever we created. Now let me open it and associate elastic IP with. Let me associate this IP to the machine, whichever way. This is running, right? Linux server 1. Okay. Private IP address is this one. Okay. Allow the elastic IP address to be reassociated. Specify whether the elastic IP address can be reassociated with different sources if it is other source. So that we can check, we can re-specify. Okay. Associate, do it. Now this is the IP address of this. Okay, 65.0. Okay, dot 0 dot 145 dot 180 so dot 83. This is sorry. Control Z. Okay. Okay, I'm just copying. Okay. So this is EIP. Okay. So what we will do is let's go to the institute dashboard and see which address it has been assigned. Okay. This should be running now. Let's see. See, 65.0.15.23 API. Okay. So this public IP address has been assigned to this instance. Now let me go ahead and so if I again stop and restart, right, it should not change. So this is the fundamental of elastic IP. So it will take a while to stop. So meanwhile, what I can do is I can go to the auto scaling group. So let's create auto scaling group, okay? Or let's finish that one concept, elastic IP concept, okay? Let this come as running, and then we'll see. I think this is stopped. No, this is already stopped. Okay, let me restart it. I have started this again. Okay, so let's see the status. It is pending. So it will take some time to reboot. So this is running, right? Its camera is running. So see this IP address. I just copy and have to paste it. Okay, same IP address. So this is done. Okay. So now what I can do is just go ahead and terminate this instance. Otherwise, it will incur charges. So as soon as your work is finished, you remove it. Now, so we have a launch template. We have a template, and now we will go to auto scaling group. As I said, will require one base template. On and above, we can specify the rules and regulations. You know, so we'll give the auto scaling template. So before that, what I have to do is I will just need to create one SNS instance, okay, for the notification, okay. So I'll just create, go to another window, and just logging back in the same environment, okay. Go to the SNS system notification, simple notification service. SNS is simple notification service. So depending on certain condition, we can notify pub sub services, publish subscribe services. Okay, let's give the auto scale 01. This is the topic. So standard topic I'm taking, and just display name is um, EC2 instance state change. Okay, this is the name I'm giving. I'm just mentioning all other properties I'm making as it is. Just create a subscription. Let's create the subscription for that auto scale 01, and then protocol I'm using email. Just need to send the emails. Okay, as of now, and we have a test email. My email address I'm giving. Okay, then mm, then I'm just creating a subscription. Okay. So let's go to the subscription. It's pending confirmation, so it might have sent email to me. Let me go to my email. Yeah, this has sent me the email. Okay, let's confirm it. So go again, check again whether this is subscribed or not. Confirm. Let me create the okay. So let me publish the message. So subject should be EC2 instance change. Okay. Time to live is for mobile applications. Okay. Identical payload for all delivery products. Same payload is sent to endpoints. Endpoints in the sense EC2 instance status state change happened. Okay. Just creating subscription. Okay. Just for publishing the message. Just removing this now. So just for okay. Now okay. So now let's go ahead and create the auto scaling group. Quickly create scaling group. Auto scale. Auto scale 01 and using watch and auto scale template. Okay. So default I'm taking version 01 because I have only one version. Okay, then I'm going to the next. Added to the launch template, and there is a subnets. I'm just giving one subnet here. Okay, go to next. We don't have any load balancer as of now, so I'm just giving the ELB also, elastic load balancer. Okay, and 300 seconds. Okay, the grace period. I'm giving the desired capacity. Since I need 3 instances as desired. Minimum is 1, maximum is 8. So up to maximum 8 resources can be provided. But at the moment, at any time there should be 3. But minimum, if it is not available 3, but we know our traffic is can be handled by 3 on average basis. But minimum there should be 1 so that it can handle, but with the higher latency. So we are tracking the scaling policy. Scaling policy, I'm just putting the CPU utilizations. Whenever my CPU utilization goes to 75, need to provision the resources. Okay. I'm just disabling scaling to create only scale out policy. That is fine. I'm not checking it. Okay, then next. Okay. Now I'm adding the notification. So I'm just I'll take the same topic. Okay. SNS topic, create new topic, send notification on this topic. I'll give email. Okay, and I'll give only 2 states notifies whenever instance launch or terminate. Okay, then go to the next. Okay, use existing topic. Okay, so I'll just giving the auto existing topic only. Okay, yeah. So likewise, we have just need to create auto scaling group. So now our auto scaling group is there. So now this is ready. Okay. So if you want to see again the auto scaling group, how it is happening is, let's see. Auto scale template described. This is auto scaling group. See desired capacity, minimum capacity. Okay. So there should be 3 instances running. Okay. So let's see activities, what is happening. See 3. So it will take some time to launch successful. Okay, sorry. So on 3 instances are running fine. Okay. Instance management. Okay. Monitoring, you can do monitoring as well. Very good dashboard. Actually, CloudWatch dashboards you can enable. See, for auto scale EC2, auto scaling. Nice dashboards you can see maximum group size, maximum group size count, desired capacity, and so on. And now go to the EC2 dashboard and see there should be some 3 instances running. Okay, that is folder one which we have stopped, terminated. There are 3 running. Now what? So X large is running, so we need to stop because they will incur charges. Okay, we have taken the. So whenever we going to stop, so we need to disassociate from the scaling group. Otherwise, it won't allow. Or if it is stopped also, the auto scaling group will relaunch another instance. If you are terminating here, save, try to terminate here. So what it is saying that your auto scaling group will, the following instances are attached to an auto scaling group. If you terminate the instance, Amazon EC2 auto scaling might launch a replacement instance. So there is no use of it. So what you can do is you go ahead and go to the auto scaling group. So now we can see notification is coming, right? AWS auto scaling, these are launched. So 3 notifications we have got, 2 here, and this one, 3 notifications we got. Okay, for all the 3 for launch and terminate we have created, right? So all the 3 notifications we got, that functionally is also working fine. So now go to the auto scaling and go to the instance management. So we have 3 instances. Okay, we just can do the detach. Okay. We could detach successfully. We can do detach this one also. Okay, let's refresh it. This cannot be detached because this minimum is 1. So what we can do is we just remove this auto scaling group. I'll just edit and delete. So, deleting it. So what you can do is, so we could see that notification, SNS notification is also working, auto scaling group, elastic IPs. Okay, now go to the dashboard and terminate those instances. Okay, and you have to remember that auto scaling group needs to be removed, otherwise it will provision the resources. If you terminate these instances from here, that won't be sufficient. You have to remove the auto scaling group. If you terminate from here, that auto scaling group will automatically provision the resource. Therefore you need to remove that auto scaling group, and then maybe disassociate and then remove. Either way it is fine. So just terminate it. Okay, and I also launched template, so I will also remove the template as well. I have created one elastic IP that I have to release. Okay, otherwise this will be charges, because only 5 elastic IPs can be provisioned for particular user freely. If you want many other elastic IPs for your machines, you need to pay the charges. Okay, and likewise in SNS, what I need to do is I need to remove the subscription. Just remove the subscription. I need to remove the topic. So by thumb rule is, when you create any resource and you are using the free tier, so remove all the resources. Okay, so that you won't have to incur any charges. So no problem. So we don't have any template, we don't have any instance running. Okay, so these all will be terminating. Okay, and let's go to the dashboard and see what is what. Okay, so nothing is there, right? So these instances will be removed. Key pair just I've created, right? I'll just go and remove this key pair as well. So in dashboard you can see, right, what is running, what is there. I mean, I have, you refresh it, so removed everything. Load balancer removed that. Instance will be removed automatically because it is terminated status. Security group, I think I have to remove. See, I think this I can remove. One by default manage tags. Okay, delete security group. That is fine. That is, but I think this won't allow to delete this by default one because it's by default, so it's not a problem. So we don't have to remove this. So I think we have understood the concept, right, and we have come to the end of this session. So thank you so much. If you like this video, you can subscribe my channel, and you can comment for any questions and queries so that we can answer. Okay, thank you so much.